Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to Generation Y. Just before the break, we were talking about bullying. The topic today was bullying. It's a sad thing that people get bullied, in my opinion, and I just find it an upsetting thing personally. Guys, we're just talking about ways to prevent bullying and how we go about bullying. Like now we mentioned about schools, they have a dress down day where they come in all blue. What do you think parents can do at home with bullying? What I mean by this, having the importance of a relationship with the child.
I think that, if the parent wants to do something about it, like some parents don't want to do anything about it because they feel like it's just going to make it worse for the student or the child. For their kid, it's just going to make it worse from at school. But I think that, if that parent really does want to make it better for their child, they should, kind of take him to school and, sit down with some teachers, or teachers that he feels comfortable with, and or even the principal, and making it aware to the school that there is bullying going on. Maybe not even for his kid, but just making it very plain and clear to the principal that there is bullying going on, and your school does know about it, and you should do something about it. And from then on, it's on the school's head to do something about it, because from then on, the school could get sued for it if they don't actually do anything about it. They can get sued for it, so they should definitely tell the school about it and make a big issue out of it.
Teachers need to know that it's their responsibility as well.
Yeah.
Not just the teachers that manage behaviour. It's their responsibility.
Yeah.
They've got the kids, like young kids. They need to take care of them kids and make sure that everything's fine. And if they don't, then they won't excel and they won't succeed in life.
Exactly. They should definitely take it seriously. They are not, like they say, treat bullying as a passing phase. And even if teachers don't want to take it seriously, another child out there is being bullied. It's not only a child that might be in your school; it's children all over the place, and even adults being bullied.
Yeah.
So definitely, on a serious note, they should.
Like, what if it was their child, and obviously they take it really seriously.
But if it's someone else's kid, they won't.
Exactly.
That's why I don't appreciate some. That's why when some teachers are quite aggressive or quite
relaxed.
No. When they're aggressive towards say students in the class, or acting like they don't care about the child, I just think that you wouldn't be saying that to your own kid, whether or not they've got a kid or not. You wouldn't be doing that to your child. So why are you doing it to to someone else's kid? Because this student has been left in your care, and it said that you're meant to treat your teachers with as much respect as you are with your parents. So if that student is showing that much respect to the teacher, and the teacher's still acting like they don't care, I think that's a fatal error on their point, because it's just not right, and it's not on.
It's like now you show your parents a certain amount of respect, you show your teachers the same amount. So your parents, the way they love you, your teachers should love you in that sense as well. And they should take in consideration that it's someone's child. I wouldn't like it if this was my child, was treated like this or this and that. Like now, the school I've come new to that school. And any issues I've had, there's been teachers there, like in particular there's been a teacher there, and he's created a bond with me like that. I've not even known him, didn't even know who he was. I've just come in a few months, and he's there talking to me, and he's really good, and he deals with behaviour and stuff, and it just shows that there's some people out there that genuinely do have a good heart, and they care about you. And you know what, it's like now, it's no skin of his nose that he can care about me. Like, who am I? At the end of the day, I'm 2 years there studying my A-levels, and that's it, I'm gone. It's no skin off his nose. But the fact that he comes out, he makes your hand, meets you, is everything okay, asks you, he makes an effort. It just shows that some people out there are considerate and they do care.
Yeah, I think, like Dawood said, it's really important for the teacher to build that relationship with the child, because when you're a teacher, I think the job needs to be seen as more of a respectable job, because becoming a teacher is like a really big thing, because it's like being a doctor, you're saving lives. As a doctor, you're saving lives. As a teacher, you're building lives. So if you're not a good teacher, if you're not respected, then you're going to ruin a child's life. So I think there should be like a more rigorous process in becoming a teacher, so that you know how to deal with children, not just on an education level, but on an emotional level as well, so you can make sure that they become the best version of themselves.
They should regularly have like training days and stuff.
Yeah, like training days.
Yeah, like every term. But also, I think like every term or maybe every few weeks, they should have interviews with the child individually, ask them how they're doing in school, how are they getting bullied in school. Maybe that way the child can be more open with the teachers.
Yeah,
They might not
like,
feel safe around other people.
yeah, it's like now they do bullying, like they do training and safeguarding stuff, but they maybe like it's an hour session. They should do it more, I think, more intense and show it more importance. Like now with prevent, they make like they sort of like some schools have a whole day talking about prevent. They should do somewhere to show importance. Like now teachers know prevent's a big thing, so like now they should know that bullying it's been longer than this prevent, and that it should have more of a, it should be more instilled in them in that sense.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like straight up like, are you being bullied? It should be like, as soon as they come into the school, they get to know the teacher, and they get to know like, and the teacher gets to know the student, what they're into, their hobbies, and they should know like what kind of student they are. They're always happy, or they're always down, and obviously when something different happens, the teacher's going to realise that change, and then they're going to try to talk to them, and that's how it's going to come out. It's not just going to come out like a one open question every 3 weeks, are you being bullied, are you being bullied? It needs to be like a deeper talking.
Yeah, it's like now in school they have transition day when you go from primary school to secondary school, and I feel that day is a good day because it gives you the vibe, between people, it creates a vibe. You feel the vibe whether you like it or dislike it and stuff like that. So you can prevent that, and I feel that maybe that's put into place to prevent stuff like that. And but I feel like they should create more days, because just one day spending with a few people, you're just gonna get to be like, oh, okay, what do you like? I like football. Okay, what team do you support? United. Oh, cool, so do I. I think they should.
But that's as far as it goes.
Like now,
you know what I mean?
Like now they should do stuff like residentials
thing,
where it builds teamwork. You can go on challenges together where that person's not like life, but that person's in your hands, basically, in that sense. Yeah. So like now, say you're doing a leap of faith and you got to catch them or something like that. It's some team building skills, good stuff like that.
And the training days, I don't think they'll only help the teachers with the students, but all the teachers with teachers as well, because you can get stuff like staff room bullying. You know, staff might be bullied by other staff members. So, you know, the open day should include not
and that can affect the children as well.
Yeah, that can affect the children as well.
Yeah, it's like now they've got policies in place for stuff like that, where they'll have meetings and stuff like that. They'll speak to people's parents, or teachers will have a meeting with the head teacher and stuff like that.
Yeah, you know, and you know what? It's not only, like Tyler said, you know, it's not only students, it's teachers, you know. Sometimes what people don't realise is that it can even sometimes be the popular kid, you know, who's really popular, you know. You could say something to that kid, you know, something to that popular kid or whatever, and you know they may take it in a different way. You know, they might, like obviously on the surface they may not seem fazed by it, but you know deep down it may have done something to them, and that is really deep. But you know sometimes it does affect people in that way, but we don't realise it.
It's like now, say you got a child who's really helpful in class and always wants to help the teacher. People will call him a teacher's pet. I'm sure we've said some stuff like that. I've called someone a teacher's pet, but it's not. I don't like now. If I think about it now, I think, you know what, I shouldn't have called him a teacher's pet. He was helping. Why weren't I the one helping and not one calling him a teacher's pet? It's something that people should know, that calling people's name isn't a good thing. What would you like if someone called your sister a name or your brother a name?
No,
your younger siblings, and
true.
If you weren't like that, then why are you saying it to someone else's sister, someone else's brother, someone else's daughter, son, grandson, etc. And I feel that people should look at it in the sense, would I like if someone did that to my own? Always look at it in that perspective, and they'll see. And also it's a lesson where people say that think about what you're going to say, then talk. Don't just say it.
Yeah, like some teachers are, don't get me wrong, some teachers are like really, really good, and they really, you know, a lot of teachers do try and actually form that bond with the student. But you know, some teachers can be, you know, quite absent-minded in the fact that, you know, they don't remember how it used to be for them. You know, when they were in school, you know, they don't remember being a student anymore, and you know, like they don't remember how their teacher used to treat them. And you know, I feel like if their teachers used to treat them badly, I feel like if they became a teacher, which they have, because you know they're teaching you now, you know, they should make the effort with, you know, new students and show them that it can be a different type of relationship. It can be, you know, a beneficial one, an actual good type of relationship where you can talk to them, because you know, like you said, you're spending a good 8-9 hours at school, which is a ridiculous amount of time, but that's per day. You're spending more time at school than you are at home, and when you see them people every single day, you feel like, you know, you should make some type of, you know, bond with them. You know, you should talk to some of them, you know, on that deeper level. And you know, and how long do you spend with them? 4 or 5 years? That's a long time to be friends with them type of people. And you know, some
make sure you're with the right people.
Exactly, definitely.
Yeah, it's like now. I remember when it was computer science. One of the kids was people were saying some stuff to him, and the kid was quiet. And obviously, he didn't want to talk. When he came to work, he was just upset. And the teacher gave him detention for that. I thought, you know what? You've not taken into consideration why he's quiet or why he's not talking and that. And got him given detention. Like, you remember what computer science was like. And I just thought it wasn't a good. It just shows that, okay, you've got a qualification, you got a first class degree, well done to you, mate. You're a teacher, well done. You got a nice suit on, well done. But come on, at least show a bit of, have a bond with the students. You need to have a relationship with students. And now, what's the point of educating someone who shows disrespect, shows no love, no compassion, but he's got an A stars in all his GCSEs and says A levels? What good and benefit is that going to be to someone? Because say he becomes a doctor, he'll be sitting there and someone comes in, oh, I've got a flu. The next person, I've got a flu. The next, when he comes to the 10th person, he'll be like, you know what, do it, mate. You all told me you got a flu. I'm sick of you and get lost.
Yeah, but it's people skills, you know what I mean? And, you know, some people don't have them people skills. You know, some people don't develop them. Like, they really...
they're not taught them in school, or?
Yeah, they're not taught them at school or whatever. And, you know, they don't develop them people skills, you know, talking to people, you know, interacting with, you know, certain types of people, and they just don't know how to act around certain types of people, and that's sometimes what causes bullying, because
and it can have a lot of impact as well on, you know, the teacher or student getting bullied as well. It can lead to like mental health problems, anxiety, depression, and you know that can cause an effect on the student going to school. Like I said, you know, loads of students don't go to school because of bullying.
Every day.
Yeah, and even teachers, might stop teaching for a few weeks, for a few months. Might get into depression, might not want to work anymore. So it can have a lot of impact as well. Yeah,
it's important to look at the roots and not to deal, because when we look at someone who's been bullied, it might be too late. Like, they're in depression now, and like being depressed is like a really bad state. It's really hard to come out of it. That's why it's like really important to look at the roots. Why did this start, and how to prevent it from starting for other people?
Yeah, I feel that what Bilal said about the roots, it's a good point on that. If you think about it, if you get the roots,
stems from
it's like now say you've got some weeds and you get rid of the roots, then the weeds are going to stop growing. But if you don't, just take off the top layer, it's going to grow back up.
Exactly.
It's like now you can't just say to students, no bullying. You've got to grab those little kids, those little roots, and find out, say to them, why you've been doing this, and instilling them that it's not a good thing. And even if it means giving the parents a call and saying, look, can you have a word with your son? And if they don't listen to the parents, that's where things come into place, like sanctions and stuff like that, where you get removed out of school and stuff like that. But hopefully all you viewers, hope all you viewers show respect to your parents and stuff. So when they do say something to you, it's for your benefit. It's like now, if your parents telling you off, don't look at it and say, oh, he's telling me off again, or she's telling me off again. So it's like now, stuff can be seen in different ways. It's like now someone might see something as someone else might see it as something else. So you've got to always remember that. Just look at it from the point of view that they're saying something beneficial for you. So it's like now, your parents telling you to go clean, and why have you not cleaned your room? It's for your own benefit. It's like now, why you got your clothes on the floor? Like, if you have clothes on the floor, you're gonna collect dust. If you have loads of dust, inhale the dust, you're gonna become unwell. Spiders like dust, you have spiders in your pants. You're running around on the street with ants in your pants, something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, they say for your own benefit. What's it to your parent if you're gonna be unwell? Okay, they'll have to stay at home, take a day off work, stay with you, but they can say to you, stay at home alone, I'll go to work. So you need to take into consideration that it's something good and it's something of use. Don't look at, even if it is something negative, make it look positive, feel positive about it.
Well, like you said there, you know, that's another stem of that's another root of bullying. You know, it depends on how that you know, kid's been raised. You know, if that kid's been under, you know, bad influences and, you know, bad role models, I guess they're gonna grow up to be like them. You know, as you said, you know, in influences, you know, being at home and, you know, you know, with family, it's a really big influence because you spend most of your life around them people.
Exactly.
And, you know, if them people are influencing you every single day, it can definitely have a detrimental effect on, you know, on that kid, and it can cause them to go bully other kids to like release that anger or release that frustration. You know, they might feel like it's a get out clause or something that they can go and do that, and they'll release all that, and it's unnecessary because they can release that in other ways. Do you know what I mean? They can go play football, they can go talk to a friend, or, you know, talk to whoever they want, and they can, you know, get it off their shoulder, but they choose to go and bully someone, which benefits no one at the end of the day. And you're just hurting people.
It's just mind your own business, basically. Like, if you got nothing to do with that person, then don't get yourself involved. Just keep your nose out, basically.
Yeah, but they're children and they don't know any other way because that's the way they've been taught, that's the way they've been raised. So I think it's really important that they need to, especially in schools, as soon as they go to school, that they're taught that there's different ways to release your anger, go to boxing, go to football, and being able to see from different perspectives that just because this has happened to you, it doesn't mean you're going to grow up to be like that. You can change because you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's like now you mentioned like boxing and stuff like that, but you got to take into consideration, like now say he goes boxing, you don't want to where you take someone that's already bullying people to boxing and say you get them trained to become a boxer. They're going to go around thinking, you know what, if you say out to me, I'm going to box you, I'm going to knock you out or something like that.
You need to be taught how to be a parent because you have a kid unexpectedly, you don't know. Sometimes it's just unexpectedly, the kid comes and you taught how to raise him, you just raise him and you don't know how, you're just doing it how you've been raised. Yeah. And maybe you actually need to be taught how to be a good parent and how to make sure that this child lives a good life and stays away from bad habits.
Because maybe the way that you were raised, maybe it wasn't as good as the way that you can raise this child.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's why I said it's definitely like a route of bullying. It's one route of bullying. There's multiple, but that's just to name one. Do you know what I mean? And like Osama said, you know, if you pull out them roots, if you can actually take them out and remove them, that it won't grow. That plant won't grow. Do you know what I mean?
Bullying, and make sure
bullying wouldn't be increasing every single day. It won't be, like you said, 160,000 students wouldn't be going, you know, not going to school. You know, 3.2 million students, you know, wouldn't be. Like, you know, it just wouldn't happen, and that's something that people need to understand, that, you know, you need to get to the root of the cause, get rid of it, and just that's how to stop it. And I'm not saying it's as easy as that. It definitely isn't, but it's a start, and I think that some people need to definitely make that start.
It's like parents, you look at the situation, for example, like now, say they got a child and he's being bullied, but the parents don't know, and they don't know, and they've not mentioned anything. Obviously, you can't read your child's mind. And say they started smoking and your parents sees that they're smoking, and your father sees you smoking and he just like, oh, why are you smoking? If I tells you you're smoking, but he's not going to ask you why you're smoking. It's like now a caring parent would sit down and say to you, say, son, why are you smoking? Is there something you want to tell me, or what is there reason behind it, this and that? It's like now maybe they're doing it because they feel depressed and it helps them feel better and stuff like that, because that's what they've been told by some people or heard that, oh, this might make you feel better.
Yeah, you feel a lot better after it.
So the parents should sit down and ask, oh, what made you take this step? What happened? And this and that. And maybe the parents should advise them, or even pull them out of school, get them out those type of friends and stuff like that, or get them to go somewhere where they'll enjoy, where they won't be resulting to stuff like drinking, smoking, and stuff like that.
But it can also be like dependent on the person's future as well. And like long-term effect, it can affect their, you know, if they're skipping school every day, skipping education. You know, they might find it difficult to find a job in their future because, you know, they're being bullied from a very young age.
Yeah, like they might not know how to treat that. You know, if you're going into a job interview, they might not know how to treat that interviewer properly. You know, they might be aggressive towards them, and that's obviously not going to get you the job.
Might cause mental breakdown or something.
And exactly, and it's just not a good place to be, and that's why, you know, if you can prevent bullying at any stage, you definitely should. You should definitely, you know, step in and help that person, because it's not an easy thing to go through at all.
It's just like it's that much of an impact that 1 in 10 students drop out of school because of bullying. 1 in 10, okay, it's a small number, 1 in 10, but if you put that across the whole number of people that go to school, it comes to millions, and it's just a shocking amount that number of people don't go to school when they could have bright futures. And you know what, them people could be the people that have found the cure to, say, stuff like cancer.
Change the world.
Yeah, they could change the world. They could be the reason why so many people are no longer dying due to disease and stuff like that. And it's just that you're just throwing away potential. God's given people
great
blessings.
To all of us.
God's given blessing to parents to have kids, and that He's given them, and that it's like an amana, it's like a trust. Allah's blessing you with a child, so you should look after it in the best way possible. Be there all the time, even if it means like asking them every single day, how's your day been in school?
Yeah. Just making that effort with them.
Yeah, it's like now, for example, my mum will ask all my brothers and sisters, how's your day been at school? And okay, you might, after a bit, you might think, oh, I was asking how's your day, so that's the same question. But if you think about it, sit down and think about it, your mum's asking you how's your day been. She don't have to ask you that. Why is she wasting oxygen? At the end of the day, she's been to school, her day's fine, whatever, but why does she want to care about yours? So it's a good thing that you should look at it, like I said before, you should look at things in a positive way, not in a bad way. And that it's just something that people need to look at, that you do have people to talk to, you just got to know who to talk to. And for people out there that are being bullied and don't know who to talk to, there's things online, you can ring people, you can search what to do if you're being bullied. Nowadays you can Google the answers to everything, and I think it's a good thing that we have access to all these devices, and at the end of the day, for all the Muslim views, you can remember that Allah's there for you. When no one's there, Allah's there for you, and you can make dua to Allah and ask Him to help me and pray 5 times a day. If you look at it, if you are going through depression, look at what am I doing for my deen. If I'm not praying properly, okay, maybe that's a working point. Maybe I need to pray, because if you're not doing something Allah's wanting you to do, why should Allah give you something you want? It's like now, say you want to become a doctor, you have to do something to become a doctor. You've got to study, you've got to go through all that effort, then you get that reward of becoming a doctor. It's like now you say money don't grow on trees. You don't get money for nothing. You got to do stuff to get it. Yeah, you got to earn it. You get a job, you earn your money like that. It's like that. So you've got to think that, okay, what am I doing? Look at yourself. What am I doing in my what am I doing to benefit myself in deen wise? And then once you know that's solid, then look at other things. And I think that everyone needs to know that Allah's there for them whenever, and even for the non-Muslims, if they believe in God, that God's always there for them and that He's willing to help.
Yeah.
You just got to ask. You got to make that connection with God.
You just got to ask.
Pray, you have to pray.
It's a simple matter of just raising your hands, putting your head down, praying, and asking for what you want. At the end of the day, what more do you want? You're asking for it. You don't have to pay to ask. It's nothing like it's free of charge service.
Yeah. Unlike some when you place your trust in someone and they break it, it's not like that. With God or Allah, at the end of the day, he'll never break your trust, because He's always going to be there for you. No matter what, as long as you're there praying and being very sincere with what you need and what you require, there is nothing He won't provide for you. He'll definitely provide for you. Any needs that you need, He'll provide for you. And if you're looking for an escape route from bullying or such, any type of bullying, you just need to look up and pray, and I'm sure something will come out of it. Some benefit will come out of it.
You might meet someone.
Yeah,
who takes you out of it,
he might present a blessing into your life, that'll take you away from that path, and something that'll be beneficial to you. And some people that you've probably met before praying, they might not be beneficial to you, but definitely you'll find someone that's beneficial for you once you've looked up and asked for some guidance.
Alright guys, we've come to the end of the show, unfortunately. I hope you enjoyed the show today on bullying. Hope you learned something new, and for those who are seeking some help, I hope you've got some help from our show. Until next week, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.